Hello everyone, I'm the Trico One and welcome back to more Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Gates to Infinity. In the last episode, we found Munna at the end of the Forest of Shadows. However, we were duped, as Munna turned out to not be who she said she was and tried to capture us. Fortunately, we got away, but it looks like we're alone. Looks like I managed to shake them somehow. But Cable and I got split up along the way. I wonder if Cable's alright. As long as he can keep running, he should be okay. But what a sudden transformation. I can't believe Munna really... But there were all those Pokemon waiting for us. And the Pokemon that attacked Espeon were there too. There's no denying it. It was a trap. But why would Munna want to attack us? Croak! There's no one over there. Let's check this way next, Croak. They caught up already? I've got to get out of here, quick. We're on our own. Fights are going to be a lot more difficult now, as we don't have anyone to actually help us fight now. Actually, I want to keep that warp seed now because it actually is kind of useful for me to hold on to one. I'll deposit all that stuff. Also, these. Yeah. Done. Are you ready to go ahead? I love this part of the game. This has to be, in my opinion, better than Dusknoir's material, because you kind of could see Dusknoir, like, in certain parts of the game being like, oh, he's probably not who he says he is. But here, I feel like everyone's first time playing through this game, no one could figure out that Munna was going to be the villain. I mean, there was really no hint of it, and every cutscene kind of depicted Hydreigon as a villain, and Munna as the hero. I mean, Hydreigon could still be the villain, of course, but who knows at this point, right? Could be working in cahoots. Because, you know, that is like a typical villain thing. Like, they show off one thing, make one of them look like the damsel in distress, while the other one plays their part as a villain fully. I feel like that is probably one of the best tactics in, like, being a supervillain, is to pretend to be a damsel in distress. I don't know. Also, getting Coil was a big saver right now, because being on my own, yeah. Especially with monster houses looming. But with a warp seed, I can easily get away from a monster house and not have to worry about my partner now dying. And this is such a unique take on the game, making it to where we have to go through a dungeon by ourselves. By the way, welcome to Daybreak Ridge. I kind of forgot to mention that. What am I doing? I thought I had... I think I just got rid of my stat boost. There we go. I don't think this dungeon is particularly long due to the fact that you are on your own. But I don't know if I ever talked about this story, but I do have a mystery dungeon story that is really kind of more funny for a naive kid that I was. So, this was back when I was playing through Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Blue Rescue Team for the DS. I had started off, I believe, with Cyndaquil as my character, and it was Squirtle, if I'm remembering correctly, who was my partner. I had just beaten the game, like the main story, and I had been able to evolve my character all the way up into a Typhlosion. And I was going to this dungeon constantly, trying to beat it, and it just had a water-type Pokemon pretty much in it, with like a Dragonite as well, or something like that. I forget what the dungeon's called. But I remember, every day, I would get to like the 20th floor and then die. And of course, this was me being me and not thinking of, oh, maybe I should switch my Pokemon from being a fire type to maybe something better, or go to another dungeon. Ooh, sparkling. Ooh, got the Rita. Hello. Okay, buddy. Whoa, 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 whoa. No, no, no. I now need to beat you because you have my joy ribbon. Oh, it just showed. Can you just hit the damn Pokemon? God, you're scary. Oh. Yeah. Oh, yeah, we have a break point here. So, yeah, the dungeon isn't exactly long, thankfully. Because they know that this is painful for someone to try and do on their own. If you were Axew, you literally have the time of your life, because you can easily sweep through this place with no problem at all. I guess I could go a bit more into... I kind of have talked about why Axew is probably the best starter to start with in this game. But for points that aren't clear enough, Axew is probably the biggest learn set out of them all. As I believe Axew can learn Earthquake by a TM if you're lucky. It gets Dragon Dance and Sword Stance by level up. Dual Chop is just a busted move in this game, and it gets it at level 13. It only really has two weaknesses of Ice and Dragon, since Fairy wasn't a thing in this. And it's super effective against Dragon, so it's more than likely going to one-shot a Dragon type before they even get a chance to attack. And Ice types are only in one area, and you can teach a Brick Break. Anyways, but that's just my little rant. Finally made it out of there. Whew, I'm pretty tired, but I gotta keep moving forward. Dead end. It's a sheer cliff, and it's pretty far to the ground. I'm not sure I can climb down from here. Maybe if I can find enough holds. Crook! Hey fellas, game's up. David's up here, Croak. Croak! We finally caught up to you, Croak. Looks like we're gonna be the ones to finish the job first, Croak. First? Wait a sec. If they're going to finish the job first, then that means they haven't caught Cable. If that's true, then I gotta... Croak, might as well give up a run. You're going down right here, right now, Croak. Gotta get away no matter what. I'm going to escape too, Cable. Oh boy, we have a bit of a toughie. I don't know if you have to win this, but I am going to try my damnedest. Going to totter orb up. Have it not matter. Why is it when you use it, you were able to hit me? I have a violent seed. I do. Coil up so you get a bit closer. Take out the more threatening of the two before I start attacking you. Okay, let us take you out then. There we go. And you're the only one left. This fight can get hard if you don't have the right moves or you're not the right Pokemon, but Psyve is literally the hardest one to use here, and I got through it just fine, so. Keep in mind again, Pokemon stats are different in this game. Croak. I did it. Finally beat them. That was my chance. I've got to get down from this cliff. But I'm so tired from running. My legs are like lead. Croak. Like we're gonna let you get away, Crow. Somebody, anybody, can you hear me? We're up here. David is up here. No, more of them? What now? Whoa. Good timing, Solomon. Go after that little Ivy. No way. Now I've got to take on all of these Pokemon by myself. Even without this, I've already used up all my strength. I barely have enough energy to stand it. Now this? Go, Crow! Thrill! God, you guys suck. No! I'm gonna fall. They're coming for me, but I can't get out of the way. Ugh! David, please duck! What? This Pokemon is... We're escaping, David. What? Ah! What? I want a crow! How does Hydreigon fly with those tiny ass wings? I gotta know. What in the world? What happened? Where am I? That's right. I fell from the cliff and... Oh, you're awake at last. Ah! Hydreigon! Oh, I'm sorry. Did I startle you? I'm sorry. But I definitely won't eat you or attack you or battle you or defeat you or crush you or anything like that. No, not you, David. Definitely not. I'm telling the truth. Please believe me. That's right. I remember now. When I was in trouble, Hydreigon suddenly appeared. Then I think he saved me when I fell from the cliff. Oh, good. Looks like you calmed down a little. Well, at least. I'm so relieved to see that. You were unconscious for a really long time, David. Unconscious? Yes, that's right. We are now in a small cave in the valley near Mount Killinea. I flew all the way here carrying you, David. You're heavier than I expected. Honestly, I was exhausted. Just keeping the two of us in the air was tough. And I chose the most hidden spot I could find. And I struggled all the way here. Did a really good job, don't you think? I would say we won't be found soon in a place like this. You seem so very tired, David. Just wouldn't wake up, you know? I was very worried. But now you're awake at last. Somehow, it seems like Hydreigon is not quite the Pokemon I thought he was. Now I'm really confused. The scene I saw in my dream. That Hydreigon definitely gave off a scary vibe. But this Hydreigon seems polite and well-spoken. Not scary at all, really. That vision of Hydreigon chasing Muna was what started it all. Because of that vision, I thought I had to go save Muna. But when I did, Muna turned around and attacked me instead. The one who actually saved me from her was Hydreigon. I feel like everything turned upside down. I'm ever so glad you're awake. After all, David, I have wanted to meet you after such a long time. What? You did hear my voice, didn't you? Back in the human world? Oh, come now. You can't tell me you've forgotten already, right? Hydreigon's voice? In the human world? Wait a second. In the human world? It can't be. The voice I heard before I turned into a Pokemon. That voice was... You. You who can hear my voice. Might you be a human? If you are, then please, listen to my plea. I want you to save the Pokemon world. Does he really mean that voice was... I always assumed it was Muna calling out to me, but it wasn't Muna at all. It was Hydreigon. It appears you remembered at last. It was sure tough, you know. And just when I thought I finally gotten through to you in your dream, then Muna took control of my voice. And in the end, she went even further and showed you that terrible fake vision. She made you think I was the bad guy. My goodness, can you believe it? What? That vision was fake? So that scene I saw, it was something Muna made up to trick me? And then that explains why... I didn't think anything of it at the time, but during that dream, might you be a human? If you are, then please, listen to my plea. I want you to save the Pokemon world. We need your... voice actually cut off at that point. And then it seemed like there was an interference or something, like static. So then that was when Muna took over Hydreigon's voice. She was the one who... Help! That's right. Muna was the one who desperately cried out for help. The scene that followed then was linked to it all into an image of Hydreigon chasing down Muna. That's right. Exactly right. It was quite convincing, wasn't it? No, wait. I mean, it was terrible of her. Absolutely rotten. Grr. And ever since you came to this world, David, Muna and her friends kept getting in my way so I could never meet you. I was at my wit's end, honestly. But, thanks to this chance, finally get to talk to you in person. I'm so glad. Oh, it really is wonderful. So the one who wanted my help was actually Hydreigon? And even if that's so, I still don't get it. Why did Muna hijack my dream like that? Use Hydreigon's voice to tell lies? And showed me that fake image and tried to attack me? But why? I see. You still don't understand, do you? Allow me to explain. Why I had to reach out to the human world? And why I asked for the help from a human like yourself, David? You see, the truth is that I... Oh, that's elements! It sounded like it's coming from inside the cave. Sorry, but I must delay my explanation for the moment. Now, we need to run. We have to get out of this cave. Our enemies outnumber us by quite a lot. If we were found, it could be disastrous. I wish I could carry you and fly away like we did at that cliff, David. But I'm already exhausted after carrying you here. Forgive me, but I'm afraid I have to save my energy and not fly unless it's absolutely an emergency. Please, for now, we need to just run away. On the ground, I mean. And I never know. While I'm not exactly a member of your party, my mind is still in sync with yours, David. In other words, we can still manage to team attack together. I will also follow your lead when it comes to team skills and do whatever you do. Oh? Does it seem odd that I can use team attacks and skills like that? Well, it's actually because I'm a bit different from a regular Pokemon. But explaining that will take more time than we have right now. Let's just get to safety. Hurry! Next time on Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, Gates to Infinity, we're going to be teaming up with Hydreigon and escaping our captors. So thank you all for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Ooh, it's a grass type heat wave.